I have set up my workstation, I took the painted background and I pasted my self-portrait on top of that, but I also used the wings of the butterfly to kind of overlap a little bit on the head, you can see. These are the tools I'm going to be using as I create the rest of the painting detail. I have brushes with a bunch of different types of tips on them, and also a stippling tool. That's that metal thing with the silver ball on the end. That's going to help me do dots along the wings on the butterfly. I'm not so happy with the shape of the butterfly wings right now. I found this butterfly. It's over the summer. I spend some time hatching caterpillars and letting them go. This monarch didn't make it, but I saved it, and it's a good specimen to study while I'm drawing this butterfly. You'll notice that the wing shapes and the patterns on the wings, it's different than what I started on my portrait. So I want to use that as a sample of something to look at. I'm going to change the wing shape and try and follow more closely what the actual butterfly wing shape is. There's patterns on the tips of the wings, and I can extend each of the top wings out a little bit and use the black outline and still add the pattern so that the wing shape should be able to kind of transform as I go. And let's get started. So now you'll see I'm set up for watercolor. I decided that I wanted to use rainbow colors across the face, the self-portrait part of the picture, and I wanted to still be able to see my contour lines. So if I used acrylic, it would have covered up every line. I decided if I watercolored it, I could kind of blend the colors from top to bottom in a rainbow pattern and still let my lines shine through so I can add detail to those after I get the color on. So you can see the brushes are off to the side and I've got my watercolors ready to go. we're ready to add those white dots on the butterfly wings with the stippling tool, sorry. I had to wait for the black paint to dry, so it was good to do the watercolor in between, and now that the black paint is dry, we're ready to add the dots. So here at this point, I'm going to start working on the detail. There's some details that I feel like are not easy to do with a paintbrush. So I got out all my collection of Sharpies, and I'm going to go through the picture and start adding some detail and some extra embellishments to the two figures that I have now. I'll clean up a little bit of the black lines like along the patterns inside the butterfly wings. And eventually you'll also see me adding detail to the face. Okay, get ready. Here come the collage pieces that I cut out. I decided not to use all of those collage pieces that I started with. I chose some of the flowers that I liked. I chose the Wonder Woman, and I'm kind of just arranging things here as I want them. As soon as I have them in a place where I like, then I'm going to start gluing them down. So now I'm looking at it and I feel like there's still some dead space on either side of like the butterfly and the self-portrait. What I would like to do is find a way to tie it all together. And since music is such a big part of my life, what I'm going to do is measure out straight lines across that kind of go behind each one of the figures. I'm going to create a staff, a musical staff, and put some notes on it because music is such a huge part of my life. I'm going to use the staff to kind of go behind everything and tie it together. First, I have to measure it out though, so that the lines are even and everything is straight. The ruler is hard to draw a straight line, so I'm going to use this white piece of large card paper to kind of keep my lines totally straight now that I'm inking them in. I'm noticing that the Sharpies don't always cover very well when I'm coloring over acrylic paint. And so I found these other pens that are like paint pens. And I'm using some Sharpies and some paint pens to add lots of the rainbow detail. And yeah, all of this rainbow detail along the tops. And the paint pens definitely cover a lot better. So I'm just going through to figure out the very last details that I'm not quite happy with. I decided that instead of leaving my head floating in the middle of nowhere, I might give myself a neck and a collar. So that's what I'm doing here. And you'll just see as I finish it up, just tiny little minor details that I'm kind of touching up, just so that I'm happy with the final product.